Hi, this is Sam from Interpol, and you can find our music in Claro, Música.
I think, and the reason why is because I always arm my curiosity.
Okay.
I think it's important. That's one of the most important attributes that have kept me so focused on my work, is because I always, I want to engage my curiosity, especially at times when I don't understand what's going on.
Right.
When I'm too comfortable, then I need to take myself out of that to try different things, like listening to different cultural musical movements.
Right.
Like listening to cumbia, like listening to banda, like listening to corridos, like listening to different sounds of music that I'm like, I don't know it, but I heard it, and I'm going to find the things that I like within it, and then see if there's a way to match.
Welcome, Mexico.
Thank you.
Your first time.
Yes, my first time in Mexico City. Super excited.
And you like it?
I love it. I really want to come back. I need to vacation in Mexico now. I need tacos and tequilas, and I need all the beach. I heard is really nice here.
Okay, why Anna of the North? Is your name or?
It's actually I studied in Australia, and people called me Anna from Norway, Anna from the North, Anna. So it's from when I studied in Melbourne. It's just I was so far south that it kind of became my nickname. And then when I released music, it just kind of happened, and then it worked out, and I was like, well, I can't change my name now. So yeah.
And you study music when you go to Australia?
No, I've always done music, but not I'd never thought I could do it professionally. I don't know. I didn't have any music friends or music. I wasn't in an environment where my friends did music. So for me, it was like a dream that was like an unrealistic dream. And then I went to Melbourne. I met a lot of people, creative people, and people were more open-minded about what they wanted and dreamed of. So I started to dream a bit louder. And when you say something to the universe, I guess sometimes it comes back to you. And so that's how it kind of started. It was my Melbourne trip that kind of made me dare to dream a bit louder.
It was interesting because it was the first time that we weren't together in a room, in a dingy New York basement somewhere. And then, I had recorded remotely, written songs remotely with other projects before, so it was no thing to me. But there was a kind of a concern, I can do this, but we all have to be on board or else it won't work. If there's any resistance, they were fucked. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because there's no recourse. But it worked.
My biggest influences are things I like to play for my 3-year-old, whether it's songs he's into, even some of my songs or classics I put on for him that I think he might like, or songs on movies that he loves. But yeah, I'm always listening to what's, to everything. Finding inspiration.
It's my fault. It's my crime. I was on a small plane, actually, flying over Mexico, going to Belize, the country of Belize. And on those small planes, when the plane is full, they give you the co-pilot seat. And so I had the headphones, and the flight was very bumpy, and people freaked out. And the control tower was screaming, Alpha Zulu, drop altitude, Alpha Zulu. And it was the name of the airplane. Alpha Zulu was the tail number. So it stayed, and it became the symbol of going through rough time together and somehow landing and being safe ultimately. But Alpha Zulu and also the sound we like. It just sounds good, which is 90% of the reason why we choose that.
Please talk about this new album. 19 songs there is going to be in this new album?
Something like that. Holy shit. Yeah, we made a lot of songs. we went a little crazy. Well, there's nothing else to do because we couldn't go anywhere, obviously. So we just made a lot of songs. And we haven't had the last album we put out was a bit of a shorter one, and I think our fans love when we have long albums. Like we haven't done one since the second album probably, where it was a longer track list. Yeah, I don't know. We just like we love a lot of the songs, so we're like we should just put them all on. You know, why hold back? Yeah, very exciting.
Well, there's no point in making an album unless it's a classic album.
True.
So we made a classic rock album. And yeah, why do we do it now? That's what we want to do.
We always like guitars.
There's a lack of great rock records out there, and so we thought that we would take up the cause.
I think it's been about 2 months, and it's just been really cool. Like these songs, like a really personable person. And yeah, especially like we got to see like the very first reactions live. Some of the songs came out, were out. There's maybe like 4 or 5 that were out when we started the tour. Then we also played some songs that weren't even released yet. We played them live. And ones like Flower was just like popping off. Like people were really enjoying it. So that was actually one of the reasons that we ended up pushing it as a single, because we had the time before it was released to sort of figure out what that single that we dropped with the album was going to be. And it just did so well live. It was like, man, I think it's a no-brainer to do that.
Music is all about feelings in a most basic way. So you feel stuff. I mean, when I was younger, I feel like more like yeah, but maybe you can feel a lot different feelings also. You're sad and you're happy at the same time.
But everything which isn't super polished can maybe.
Yeah, I think
with their heart.
I think that's. I mean, people were longing for not polished and perfect things.
I think we do a double mic. I think we do a lot of like danceable music also. I think if it's something that is universal, it must be that.